Hello, dear student. In this video, we're going to see hemoglobin estimation by Sally's method. So, hemoglobin estimation, I hope you know what is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a colored pigment which is there inside the RBC, and it plays a very important role in transportation of oxygen from one place to another place. So, it is very much important that you have to know the concentration of hemoglobin which is there in your RBC. So for that, we have got different type of method through which we can estimate hemoglobin. So one of the most common method for estimating hemoglobin is Sally's method. So now in this video, we're going to see what is Sally's method, what is the principle behind Sally's method, what are the instruments we require to do hemoglobin estimation by Sally's method. So let's start the video. Okay, so hemoglobin HB, which is also called as, we write it as HGB, it's a colored pigment which is present in the inside the RBC, comprises of iron or globin part. This iron part is also called as heme part. So it plays a very important role in transportation of oxygen from the lungs to the tissue and carbon dioxide from the tissue to the lungs for excretion. Okay, so hemoglobin is also responsible for giving the colored color to an RBC, and it has got 4 heme molecules which are attached to in each globin part, and so hemoglobin plays a very important role. If somebody is suffering, somebody is having very less hemoglobin concentration or very more hemoglobin concentration, there is some kind of pathological consequences regarding this. So principle behind Sally's method, which is also called as acid hematine method, is based on the principle wherein hemoglobin, when mixed with N/10 HCl, the hemoglobin presence in the RBC is converted to acid hematine, which is dark brown color compound. The color of the formed acid hematine corresponded to a hemoglobin concentration of the blood, and it is matched with the standard comparator which is there in the Sally's hemometer. So main principle behind Sally's technique is nothing but, or Sally's method or acid hematine method is nothing but, अगर आप blood को N/10 HCl के साथ कन्वर्ट करेंगे तो वो जो ब्लड में RBC है वो RBC कन्वर्ट होगा एसिड हेमाटीन में, और वो एसिड हेमाटीन कौन सा कलर का होगा? ब्राउन कलर का हो जाएगा. तो ब्राउन कलर जितना इंटेंस ज्यादा है कम है, वो डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू हीमोग्लोबिन प्रेजेंट इन द आरबीसी कहलाता है, जिसको हम लोग आइडेंटिफाई कैसे करेंगे? विद द ब्राउन कलर कंपैरेटर व्हिच इज प्रेजेंट इन द apparatus itself. Okay, so that is principle behind the Sally's technique. So what are the reagents which are required? We required N/10 HCl, and we also required distilled water. So this is the apparatus for Sally's method. यहाँ में देख रहे हैं, this is brown color comparator. These are the RBC HB pipette. Okay, to take out the blood sample. These are the tube, graduated tube. Okay, so this is just a theoretical videos. Next video में हम लोग practically भी इसको करेंगे, ठीक है? So Sally's apparatus में क्या क्या रहता है? एक तो hemoglobin pipette रहता है. Hemoglobin pipette is helpful. Why? Because you have to take 0.02 ml of blood. So 20 microliter of blood is required for doing this procedure. To take out the 20 microliter of blood, you have hemoglobin pipette. Then Sally's graduated hemoglobin tube. Sally's graduated hemoglobin tubes are nothing but a simple tube which is very much responsible for, very much important or required for mixing the acid with the blood. Then we have thin glass rod उसको स्टेयर करने के लिए, मैं मिक्स करने के लिए. Then we have Sally's comparator box with brown glass standard. So मैंने बोला principle में, I have told you in principle, when acid is mixed with the blood which contains RBC, when mixed with the acid, will convert themselves into acid hematine, which is brown color. So that brown color has to be getting compared with the comparator which is given in the hemometer. Okay, then besides that we need spirit swab, blood lancet, dry cotton swab, patch pipette. Okay, so what is the process? The process is very much simple. So you have to take out the graduated tube which is there, hemoglobin graduated tube. अगर आप उस graduated tube को ध्यान से देखें तो एक साइड में red lining रहेगा, दूसरा साइड में yellow lining रहेगा, yellow lining. एक साइड में आपको लिखेगा ग्राम पर DL, दूसरे साइड में आपको ग्राम परसेंटेज दिखेगा. Okay, So what you have to do, so in that case what happened, when you take out this graduated tube, what you have to do, you have to add n by 10 HCl in the lowest mark. अभी एक lowest mark कौन सा, येलो वाला पार्ट ना रेड वाला पार्ट, so it is always येलो मार्किंग वाला पार्ट. ओके, सो येलो मार्किंग पार्ट में आप n by 10 लोएस्ट मार्क तक लगाओगे. Okay, then what you have to do, you have to draw the blood 20 microliter. Whether you can do capillary method also, venous method also, but the most preferable one is venous method. Okay, so वहां से आप 20 microliter आपका blood sample लोगे, उसको भी आप graduate tube में लगा के mix करोगे. Mix करने के बाद what you have to do, you have to keep the tube for at least 5 to 10 minutes after mixing it. Why you have to keep it for 10 minutes? Just to let them react with each other. आप प्रिंसिपल में देख रहे हो ना, आपने देख सुना कि प्रिंसिपल में क्या है, जब आपका ब्लड इसमें आरबीसी जो है, वो आरबीसी जब एसिड के साथ मिक्स हो जाएगा, वो क्या में कन्वर्ट होगा, एसिड हेमाटिक में कन्वर्ट होगा. So we have to give that particular things to happen. So because of that, we are going to keep it for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so after 10 minutes, you can see the fluid is started to convert it into a brown color. So what you have to do, you have to take out that tube, graduated tube, and put it into the brown color comparator, and then drop by drop you have to add distilled water with the help of glass rod. You have to keep on mixing in the middle until and unless all the brown color, जो साइड पे brown color comparator है, वो बीच के आपके solution के साथ color match हो रहा है कि नहीं, उसको आपको देखना है. And once it is looking similar, like brown color comparator also is looking similar, your solution is also looking similar, then in that moment you have to stop the procedure and record the result. Okay, so we have to report the result in gram per dl. So there are certain advantages also of doing this method, so there are certain disadvantages of doing this method. Okay, so most important advantage of doing Salif method is it is very easy, very simple method, and does not require any kind of complicated machines and all that. Okay, the most important disadvantage regarding this method is you have to observe the result by naked eye. आपको visualize करना पड़ेगा intensity of the color by your eye. So it depends upon your eyesight also. Everybody might not have a different good eyesight. So somebody can give you a little bit more, somebody can give you a little bit lesser with the same sample only. So that is the main disadvantage behind Selle's technique. Okay. But the best method for doing this is the best method of doing this hemoglobin estimation is automated method, or we also do sign methemoglobin method. But if you're using this method, it will estimate only oxyhemoglobin. Carboxy or methemoglobin cannot be estimated by this method. The endpoint disappear soon. It is difficult to know the actual endpoint. So also the proper stable standard is not available. तो proper standard कुछ available नहीं है ना, आप देख रहे हो, आपको ठीक लगा तो उसी हिसाब से आप result देते हो. So resulting solution is not a clear solution, but a suspension due to the action of hydrochloric acid on the protein or the lipid. So the end solution is not a specific or a clear solution. It is just a reaction between the acid and the protein which is there in the protein or lipid which is there in the whole blood. So whole blood में अगर कुछ दूसरा चीजें है जो इंटरफेयर भी कर सकता है इस रिपोर्ट को लेके. So that is the main this is one disadvantages of Selle's method. So normal value क्या है hemoglobin का? Male में 14 to 16 gram per dl, female is 13 to 15 gram per dl, and newborn is 16 to 18 gram per dl. So normal values are important for the exam. Okay, so why we have to do hemoglobin estimation? What is the clinical significance of hemoglobin estimation? Okay, so it can be either raised or it can be either below the normal reference range. So क्या conditions associated है that we have to know. Okay, so if there is increased hemoglobin concentration, then the person can be suffering from polycythemia vera associated with hypoxia, congenital heart disease, high altitude वाले people में ज़्यादा hemoglobin होने का chances है, heavy smoking, methemoglobinemia, elevated erythropoietin production. So erythropoietin is nothing but it is an hormone which has been released by the kidney, and these hormones are important to regulate the formation of RBC inside the bone marrow. So elevated erythropoietin level कब होगा जब आपको tumor of kidney, liver, central nervous system, ovary, etc., or you're suffering from renal disease. Then the increased hemoglobin content can also be seen in adrenal hypocorticism and therapeutic androgen. If you are taking any kind of hormonal treatment, that can also lead to increased amount of hemoglobin content. And other contents, other physiological conditions associated with increased hemoglobin is dehydration and certain plasma loss by maybe due to burns, etc. So those are the condition in which hemoglobin can be raised, and it can be due to if it is reduced hemoglobin concentration, then it can be due to many cases like tuberculosis, leukemia, iron deficiency anemia, parasitic infestation or infection, sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, aplastic anemia, hemolytic anemia, loss of blood loss. So in that case also you will see reduced content of hemoglobin. So these are regarding hemoglobin by estimation by Sally's method. Sally's method is a very simple method for doing hemoglobin estimation. It is based on the principle of reaction between an acid with an whole blood which contains an RBC. So once RBC is mixed with the acid, they will form acid hematine, and that acid hematine is brown in color, and the intensity of brown color is directly proportional to the concentration of hemoglobin which is present in the whole blood. Okay, so this is regarding hemoglobin estimation. If you have any questions regarding this video, do comment in the comment box. Thank you so much.